Halo, it's Jang here with the Mega Construx, formerly Mega Bloks Collector Series, Brute Weapons Customizer Pack. And this is from Halo Wars 2, if you don't recognize the Brutes and their new armor design and new helmet design. It comes with all of the things shown here, which includes some weapons, some of which have paint applications, and a couple of extra chests to store all of your extra stuff. Here's a closer look at one of the Brutes, and I think it looks really good except for the really thin waist. You know, it's just part of the figure system itself that uses fairly standardized sizes of pieces. It kind of makes the Brutes look extra trim, but the upper body is good, and from many angles like there, you can't even really tell that it has an extra thin waist. You know, you've got a good amount of bulk to the torso, and the torso is unusually large. I'll show you this without the armor pieces on there, but you can see it uses the fully articulated system, so you get all the articulation that you would get from a modern day Spartan or Marine. Also, this one here right now, I've put into its hand one of the painted or printed weapons included in the set. It's the Mauler with some steel blue. So it's got some pretty good metallic sheen to it. It's got some saturation to it. It's kind of looks kind of cyanish to me, like a dark cyan. And yeah, I think it looks actually really good. It's a nice choice. You know, it's difficult to get good saturation from a light, bright color like this orange color on top of a dark color like the gunmetal gray there, but they've got a paint that has enough substance to it. You know, you can see through it a little bit, but it's not bad. Especially from any kind of distance, I think that it looks really good, and you know, has that nice brightness to it. Doesn't look like you're just seeing through it too easily. With the armor removed, there you can see just how large that torso is, and it's thick from front to back as well, much thicker than the human-based units. And they've used a good color, I think, for the skin tone here. I think they finally got that right. I didn't like the really light colored ones, real pale ones. And you know, just going to black is just too easy, but this is a more complex color, kind of a muddy brown, you know, like a muddy natural clay or something, like a, you know, it's very swampy, it's very earthy, and I think it's appropriate. It doesn't look so great around the head, you know, with the neck exposed like this, but once you put the armor on, once you put the helmet on, you know, I think this is working out pretty well, and I do hope that they will make more Brutes with this exact same skin tone. Here's the other figure in the set, and you can see it just has a different color scheme. No differences to the molds. It's using the exact same skin tone here, and they've just changed out the main color for all the armor pieces, and also, you know, the lower limbs or outer limbs to this kind of dark silver color. It's not a gunmetal gray, it's actually more in the silver range, just a very dark version of it. And that blue works out pretty well here as well. And this is another of the weapons in this weapon customizer set. That includes some paint applications, a new paint design for the plasma rifle, which in my opinion is the best one that they've done yet. It's just very clean and it feels nicely detailed. You know, they got that reddish color of the Brute plasma rifle, which is cool, and I think it's not quite as bright as the last ones that they did. At least it doesn't seem like it. Might be the same color, but applied less, and then just a little bit of the blue at the front as well. I like that. I think it's a pretty collectible and displayable piece itself. And here are the remainder. So obviously a nice gravity hammer. These are always good to get. Got that silver paint application, which is once again pretty crisp and clean. Well done. You don't see any really rough edges around that. So well applied. Looks pretty good. This is also a multiple color piece. Root beer brown as the base, but then also with some silver in there. Actually, it's gray. It doesn't really have any metallic to it, but also some gold down at the base. This represents a mine. That was originally released as a UNSC, you know, Spartan ability piece, but now they're reusing it to represent the mine powers of the Banished. Here's just another spiker, and that is just all silver. Also a spike grenade. These are still made out of soft kind of rubbery material, so the spikes don't fall off or don't break off. And this is the second generation brute shot or griff shot mold, which works well in the hands. Last up, a couple of chests to hold your extra stuff. These are actually done with different colors, not just the banished spikes on the top, but also the entire top pieces. So this is a darker, or this is like a medium gunmetal gray here relative to what Megablox has done, and then this is a dark silver with a little bit of marbling in it, so it's got a little bit of black in there. The bases are the same colors, and these are just, you know, nothing new, but I think it's unfortunate that these pieces up here are so bright in color, but you know, it's supposed to represent multiplayer where you need to coordinate to the color of the entire team. All in all, good set with good figures with the new molds, well produced, and I like, of course, the printed or painted weapon pieces. Those have always been interesting to me, and I think that the ones in this set are particularly well done. No complaints from me other than just the thinness of the waist, which is just a product of the whole system and making sure that the system will work across the entire line and making sure that different units can use different types of vehicles and craft that are, you know, designed to take any kind of Spartan or human or elite or brute. It's a tall order to make them all work, and I'm glad that they have done it. If you have anything that you would like to add or share, just your own thoughts about what you've seen here, please do leave a comment down below, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching.
Great takedown. All rounds clear, Spartan. Simulation complete.